Okay. I guess I am live. Okay. Slightly different view. Not the best lighting, but I'm sorry. It's hot. I have the air conditioner right here, almost behind you, blowing right on me. And I see some water accumulation. Oh, gotta get in there and get that taken care of. Um, uh, anyway, okay. Yeah. Um, Air conditioner's right here. It's blowing right on me. Okay. I'm trying not to jiggle too much here because you're sitting on a box on top of a trash can. Okay. Uh, Hi. I see there's three people in here. Oh boy. So, um, we're upstairs. It's quite hot because I don't have. Well, you can see here. This part of the upstairs is not insulated. Okay. This is my little impromptu rafters for putting up the ceiling. Right up in here, that is not insulated. Okay. So we're getting a lot of heat coming from that. Um, I still have more up here to insulate. Needless to say, that kind of got put on the back burner with everything else going on. I'm hoping I can get one of the bales that I have down in the barn up here so I can work on that a little bit at a time. Never ending battle. I'm also still trying to pack up my son's belongings and get them in the loft in the barn. I My problem was I ran out of boxes, and my source for boxes. Well, she didn't have any more shipments come in, so okay, what am I going to do? Well, I started looking to see if there was anything up here that I could unpack that was in a smaller box because we don't have everything unpacked yet. Everything's still in boxes. Um, and I found a couple of smaller boxes that had yarn and crochet thread in. Well, that can go into a trash bag. Okay, big one of those big trash bags. And go into that. No, I'm not throwing it out. Um, so I got a few boxes that way. I got them filled. I found two more this morning. Let me see what I do with them. What I do? Oh, I meant to show you guys what I do with them. Oh, a couple things I unpacked that I had forgotten I had. Um, oh, Central Kentucky Prepper. Hi, I'll have to watch the replay. Headed to Richmond now. Oh, okay, still moving myself. Ah, I hear you. Yeah, always a fun thing, right? Well, that's okay. You can do that. Um, Thank you for stopping in, even if it is only briefly. Anyway, yeah, one was a clock. Well, there's two clocks actually. One is a plate clock. I thought I had no, I put that over there with boots on it, and another one is got a saddle on it, just a cowboy theme clock, and then another was just a saddle. Um, and hopefully I have them up. We'll be unpacking for years. I hear you. Yes, you have no idea. I was 20 years in our last place, and I still found boxes that had not been unpacked. It's like, you know what? If I didn't need it in that 20 years time, I don't need it. So I think I got rid of whatever was not unpacked. So I did downsize a lot, um, but a lot of the stuff that's left to be unpacked is dishes. Okay, which I can't unpack those until I get my kitchen done. I've got the bare minimum unpacked in regards to the kitchen. I'm really hoping I can get that done before Christmas. I don't know anymore. Uh, so, so I've been working on getting my son's things packed up. I opened a drawer this morning thinking I had gotten that dresser emptied, and I opened a, a top, not the very top, but near the top drawer. It's a tall dresser. It was my father's. It's supposed to be going to my sister, and I don't know when she's ever going to get it. But anyway, so this big tall dresser, and I opened this one drawer that's up near the top, and it's full of stuff. Oh, things like, I don't know, video games or movies or something. I don't know what it is. I think it's video games. So that has to all be packed up. And plus, I'm still unpacking or repacking the big boxes into smaller boxes so that I can handle them. Because all of his stuff I'm putting up in the loft in the barn. Okay. Um, oh, hi, Willow. I can't watch this within earshot of Sugar. She recognizes, oh, does she really? I wouldn't think that she would. Oh, isn't that something? Oh, that's so sweet. Anyway, yeah, talking about Sugar, I'll talk about Joy in a minute. Um, so anyway, trying to get his stuff done and get it cleared out, packed up, and so that anyway, trying to get his stuff packed up, mainly because the box situation has been really slowing me down. Okay, but we were at the dollar store today after church, and I thought, they had all these boxes in the aisles, and it's like they look like they would be the right kind of size. So I asked the guy about saving boxes for me. Well, he had a bunch of boxes behind the counter. They're not like, I would have been nice if they had been a little bit bigger. I wouldn't want them any smaller than the ones he had. They will do. I can handle them. I can stack them. They're all the same size. It's like they all stack really easy. So I'm so I'll be getting those. They're in the truck right now. We didn't unload those. Um, but as I can, like, we've got rain coming in still, I think until Wednesday. Possibility of thunderstorms. So with the thunderstorms, that's when I will work inside. Okay. Uh, Joy. Okay. Um, she is on steroids. She got a steroid shot Friday. She's due for one today, and then she'll get another one on Tuesday. That'll be her last. Okay. We're going to see if that helps her improve. Like, she had a little bit of paralysis on her left side. Left side. Yes, her left side. A little bit of paralysis on her in her face, on her left side. I think I'm seeing some improvement, at least in her mouth. I believe she's going to lose her left eye because she developed an ulcer, and I didn't catch it soon enough. I had found some antibiotics and stuff for the eye that was left over from when my father had his eye surgery, and so I sent the vet a picture of the two little tubes I had, and asking if they were okay to use on her, and he said yes, they would be okay for her. So I've been doing that, but I really suspect she's going to lose the eye. Um, I'm not going to hold hopes on that. I also had some eye patches that I can put on there. I'll send you an email later on, headed on out. Okay, will do. You take care too. I'll be looking for it. Um, so hopefully, um, you know, at least she'll be comfortable. I've been using the ointment. One is an artificial tears, and I think one is an antibiotic. So as long as I can keep any kind of infection down, that'll be all right. Um, Her eating, she did not eat great today. Um, but I was trying it a little bit drier, not as wet. Um, I think I need to get her up. She did hold her head up for a little bit this morning. That's when she seems to be doing better, holding her head up. And that is an important thing. I am still syringing her or drenching her with water instead of leaving a bucket for her because she's not steady on her neck with her neck. She doesn't control it very well. And I'm afraid if I put a bucket of water in front of her, that she'll lose control. Even if she could pick it up enough to put her nose into it, I'm afraid that she would lose control and she drowned. So for right now, anyway, I'm still drenching her with water multiple times a day, making sure she's hydrated. If she doesn't eat well, I'm giving her a little more power punch uh, so she gets the nutrition. Uh, but I'm trying to feed her first and seeing how well she does. She ate really good last night, really good. And so I tried to give her a little bit more this morning, but she just wasn't. She took some, but it's like I was exhausting her almost. So, so I'll try again a little bit later. See if I can get more into her. Um, around feeding time tonight. She does seem to do better when the goats are around. Um, I think she does anyway. She seems to pick up a little bit. She has been more vocal. Um, and that is an encouraging sign. Like she still wants to interact with the goats. I am hoping. See, it's a little crowded in there right now with Sheba in there, but tomorrow morning Sheba goes to the vet. Okay, and if the vet says it's okay for her to get back to work, she's out of that barn. Because I'll tell you something, I have never had a dog that was so much trouble after surgery. She tore up her first collar, and then I got her a second one. Well, she had it off this morning when I went down to check on him, and I mean I had to take it off. They say in the instructions, do not take the collar off for any reason. Okay, which yeah, I agree with that. However, she couldn't figure out that she could eat and drink with the collar on. She just couldn't figure it out. It's the first time that I've ever had a dog that couldn't figure that out. So, and she had lost weight between her surgery and when I took her back to get to check her because she had opened the wound a little bit, and so I figure I can't let her starve. So I had to make sure she was drinking because it gets hot. Even though I have a small fan in there, it still gets hot. So I was taking it off while I was there in the barn, letting her eat and letting her drink. Okay, and then I'd put it back on. Like I said, this morning she had it off. Yesterday, she pulled both her socks off. I have no idea where they are. I don't know how she got them off, but she got both the socks off somewhere's in that barn. So between losing her socks yesterday and losing her collar this morning, it's like, you know what? She goes to the vet tomorrow morning. She is going bright and early, okay? And hopefully the vet gives me the okay to just let her out. And hopefully she doesn't have anything else done. Because I'm pretty sure that she tore one of her staples out. She had 3 staples and I could only see 2. So it's up to the vet tomorrow morning. Like I said, we're going first thing in the morning. Now I gotta tell you something. I was there Friday morning to buy the new collar. And I guess they didn't have patients that day. And there was a couple of ladies in the exam room right there by the counter, and they were painting it. And I said, oh, it looks like you're having fun. And she said, would you like to do it? I said, yeah, let's add one more thing to my schedule. I'll tell you what, you come to my farm and you take care of my sick goat and Sheba, which I had just been telling the girl on the other side of the counter about what Sheba's been doing to me. And I'll do the painting. For some odd reason, they didn't take me up on my offer. They said, I think we'll just paint. So, it's been fun. It has definitely been fun. But I'm still hopeful for Joy. We'll see how it goes. If I can get her up, get her more mobile. There is slight improvement, just very slight gradual improvement. And the thing is, like I said before, with having to put so much time into taking care of her. Everything else is put on the back burner. I'm doing what I can to get my son's room cleared out. And I'm doing what I can to get this insulated up here. Of course, when it's hot, I don't do well in the heat. And this last week, it's been hot. Even with this air conditioner, we only have the one air conditioner up here. There's no air conditioners anywhere else in the cabin. I have a fan down the other end here that is blowing out. Okay. And there's a small fan downstairs on the one end blowing out. That one's on the thermostat, so it only blows out when it gets so hot. And if it's not hot enough, then it'll shut off. So I love that fan. And I wish I could have gotten a second one because I would have put it in that window down there. Because you can, just by changing the switch, you can have it blow in or blow out. And I loved it. Unfortunately, one of the blades busted on the one side. It's a double fan. I can't put a big box fan in these windows. They're too shallow. But these little fans with the double fan, they were awesome. But like I said, the one, I think it fell and it broke one of the blades. So I can only use one side. But one side's better than nothing, right? So it's just this air conditioner that goes. And it manages to keep it a little bit cooler in here than it is outside, with the exception of upstairs. Once we have it all insulated up here, once I have it all insulated up here, then it should make things better. It's just a matter of getting it done. I had allowed 2 bats of insulation of the 3 that I bought for up here. I had one already. I don't know if that's going to be enough. Because the other bat, I got to fix the insulation that's downstairs. There's a couple places that doesn't have any. I got to fix that, and whatever's left of that third bale, I guess it's the bale. Okay, then I'll use that up here, and we'll see if I have to buy any more. Hopefully, it'll be enough, but I don't know for sure. So anyway, now what else needs to be done? The water, I can't get that done until I get the sink installed. Okay. Once I have the sink installed, then I can hook up water. Okay. Because I don't have any place for it to go right now. Okay. So everything's there, and I don't have the tanks completely walled off yet. I've got to put bleach in the one because it's turning green. It just hasn't been used. I probably should drain it. We've had plenty of rain, that's for sure. It doesn't take long for these tanks to fill with the kind of rain that we have around here. So, and speaking of rain, unfortunately they got more rain east of us. I was hoping and praying that they wouldn't get any more, but they did get some more. I've been trying to find out if they've had very much. I'm hoping the flooding didn't get as bad as it was before. They did have some flooding, but I mean, it's a hindrance to them trying to get things cleaned up. And there has been a lot of volunteers and donations of food, water, clothing, cleaning supplies, all that stuff. And that's wonderful. That's fantastic. But you know what? Here's the scenario with the people out east. They are coal mining towns, okay? And a lot of the coal mines have been shut down. And so that's the jobs have gone. So you're talking what used to be very vibrant, bustling communities are just barely hanging on a lot of poverty. Some of these properties that were handed down from their parents and grandparents, they've been there for ages, and people saying this is global warming. No, it's not global warming, okay? It's just a freak set of circumstances, okay? And it's like, it happens on occasion. It's happened all around the world, different times. Okay. Uh, it's just, but these people, they're going to be hurting for a while. What they're going to need is building supplies. We all know what building supplies have been like. They've been crazy expensive. They've come down some. I haven't kept up on all building materials, but um, they have. What I have looked at, they have come down some. But still, that's going to be a burden on these people. They're good people. They've got tight knit communities, and that's wonderful. Uh, and they're helping each other out. And that's wonderful. But you know what? If y'all can help out in any shape, way, form, what have you, I know a lot of you are just like me. You don't have a lot to spare, you know, but even a buck or two, if many people give a buck or two, it adds up. Believe me, it adds up. So, as you know, I did a video about the small ruminant farmers, sheep and goats, who lost quite a bit in the flood. Um, Again, I want to put that out there. Tag on, let me see if I can get his channel name right. Live Free and something. I can't remember. I'm terrible. I really am terrible with names. Okay. If I remember your name, I'll forget your channel name. If I remember your channel name, I forget your name. So Tag and B, they were gracious enough to, give it a shout out. Unfortunately, his sound was giving him some issues on his video. So you couldn't hear everything he was saying, but I appreciate him, putting it out there for me. And I think there've been a few donations from it. I've checked the GoFundMe page to see, and there was some. I haven't checked it today. But anyway, so that's been awesome that there's been those that have been trying to help out. Like I said, it's not easy, and I understand. They were doing they're going to take a trailer down yesterday with some materials, hopefully, to help out those farmers. I haven't heard what kind of response they had. I know I couldn't go because I had sick goat. Okay, so I couldn't go. But I did what I could. I gave what I could. So anyway, we're gonna. Joy is taking up a lot of my time, but I'm still trying to get things done here. I have fence that needs to go up. I did put a call into someone asking if they do fences, and he said they do, but he'd have to come out and look at it. I haven't heard from him since. I guess I could call him again. I was thinking about talking to Amish guy that I know, because I know that I saw a couple of Amish gentlemen working on a fence not far from me, but that was a couple of years ago, and I don't know who it was. I couldn't remember who. I didn't recognize them to begin with. They were too far away, and so I don't know who it is. I can ask and see if they know who it was that was doing the fence. Maybe I can get them to do the fence. But I've got 330-foot roll of, which fence is it? It's either the horse fence or the sheep and goat fence. I don't remember now what it is, but I got a roll of that here that needs to go up. I've got a bunch of fence posts. I want to put board fence up along the driveway. And I don't know that I can get the post in. I could probably put the boards up, but I'm not sure about being able to dig the holes for the post because you're talking along the driveway. They put a roadbed in, and I'm not sure what kind of rocks are going to be in there. So I need to hire somebody to at least do that fence, at least get the fence post in. Okay. Um, Anything beyond that, I don't know. Um, but I really want to get the wire fence, the roll of wire fence put up over here behind the cabin, because I want that to be a pen that has the three barns all connected to. So it'll be like a holding pen that if I can't, for whatever reason, if I can't let them out to free range, that I can at least give them access to that fenced in area, um, give them more space so they're not penned up in a small paddock. That's the goal anyway. So, but I need help doing that. I don't think I can handle a 330 foot roll of fence. I really don't think I can. Because if it gets away from me, I'm done. Um, I also have T-posts that need to be pulled out of the ground. I haven't tried since we got all this rain to get that one T-post out. I managed to get one out. Um, I was working on another one, and then we got this bad weather. Hi, Heavens Bound Homestead. Have you ever asked if there is some teenagers at church that would like to work for a little bit of money? Um, we don't have a very big church. It's very, very small. And teenage population, next to nil. I'm lucky if there's 2 teenagers. And I'm not even sure there's that many. Most of the children that I know of are small. Okay. So they're not to the point yet where they can handle fencing. Um, so I think I'd have better luck approaching the Amish than I would approaching someone in our church. Um, so I don't know. But besides, there's got to be at least one person involved that knows what they're doing when it comes to put fencing up. Just a couple of teenagers. I mean, if the fence posts were already up, you know, does your town have a 4-H? It's kind of like we're talking very small. How can I describe this? There is a 4-H, but it's fairly, it's not very prolific. They're trying to build it. We got a new 4-H, what they call them. I don't know if they call her coordinator or what. Anyway, new head of the 4-H just before COVID. She was new on the job. And I don't know how much she's been able to do. I'm just not sure how prolific it is. Big thing is on chickens. I'd love to see the 4-H develop more along the livestock farming thing, but it's not very much so in this area, mainly because they don't have land to set up where they can do things with the livestock. Like up in New Jersey, okay, sounds like my town. Yeah. See, up in New Jersey, our 4-H, we had horses and pigs and cows and chickens and rabbits and all this stuff, but it was all a lot of flat land where they could come and they could do things. There's very, very little flat land around here. You're talking hills and hollers, mostly. Okay. And I mean, there is some flat land, but I don't know, or flat-ish. Okay. And I've been looking to see if there's any place that maybe at some point they could acquire but really it's hills and hollers. So it's really hard to really build up the 4-H if you don't have a place where they can come together and do their thing with their livestock. Okay. So it's a lovely place, beautiful place, but it does have its limitations. So, like I said, I can try contacting this guy again. Of course, he might not have been willing to come out in the heat, which I don't blame him. I wouldn't expect him to come out in the heat. Another guy I know that does odd jobs. Yeah, he does good work when he comes, but he doesn't usually come till like in the afternoon. And I'm not going to ask him to do that kind of work in the afternoon when it's so hot. Call me a softie, um, but I can't do it, and I wouldn't expect anybody else to do it. So I live on a hill. Yeah, I live on a hill in a holler. So anyway, yeah. So that's. I'm hoping I can get that done by October. It won't be as big of an issue once Chucky goes, and I got to call the butcher this week, I think, and see if I can schedule a date for Chucky. Um, yeah, Chucky is really he's going to have to go. Um, he's cute and all, but he's getting bigger. He's getting to be more of a pain. So, you know, I can't see me another year with him. He served his purpose, so he's going to have to go. So anyway, well, I would stay on here longer, but it really isn't a whole much else to tell. Just, keep everybody in your prayers. They have a long road to recovery, and it's going to get frustrating. It's going to get exhausting, and the emotions are going to go crazy. Right now they're getting busy, they're getting working, but if they have a lull, that's when everything's going to hit. They're strong Resilient people, but still, they are only human. So please keep them in your prayers. And Joy, like I said, she's got a long road ahead. It's not going to be a fast turnaround. It's going to be a lot of work on my part. And she's going to have to, continue to improve. I expect to have, the odd day where she has a little bit of a deep decline. That happens. And I'm playing it, day by day. We're going to see how the steroids help her. And somebody suggested the B1. Somebody suggested getting B1 instead of the B complex. Well, apparently you need a prescription to get that. So I haven't talked to my vet about it because I was kind of hoping I could get it without a prescription. I don't know if getting the B1 tablets would be the same and trying to dilute it into her food and hope that she would eat it. I don't know. Just looking at my options to see. One of the biggest things is getting her up. I think it's supposed to cool down after Wednesday. We have, besides the higher, well, in the 80s, it's not 90s, but it's in the 80s, and the high humidity. The humidity is what's, really uncomfortable, rough. But come Wednesday, I think the humidity is supposed to drop. So I'm hoping I can get her up a little bit more at that point and see if we can't get more motivation. She seems to be moving more. And we'll see. We'll just see. I didn't give an update yesterday because I figured, you all might be getting tired of just Joy every day of the week. So, but she is a major part right now. So I really hope that before too long, I can show you a video of my son's space completely cleaned out, cleared out, ready for wallboard. Well, installation and wallboard. Okay. I think my husband can handle painting. I think. I don't know for sure. We'll see. Okay. If he can at least handle painting, maybe we'll make it. We're going to do the walls first, and then we'll do the floor after the walls are done. Okay. I haven't figured out any kind of trim work or anything like that. I just need to get the walls done, which means I just realized I have to get some 2x4s because I need to put some blocking in. Oh, anyway, I have to try and replant the garden. Want updates? Don't worry about that. Okay, yeah. Speaking of which, I bought some more bush beans to plant. I'm hoping I can get them planted. I don't know because the chickens and the ducks have managed to get into my garden, decimated my green beans. I think I got enough beans off of it for one feeding. I did pick a zucchini. Not yesterday, the day before. I did pick a zucchini. I haven't done anything with it, but it's in my fridge. It'll keep for a few days. Hey, Christy, how you doing? I hope you're staying cool and staying dry. That's the thing these days, cool and dry. Yeah. So anyway, so the garden is like, I'm just trying to keep them from destroying my strawberries. I'm not going to get any strawberries off them this year, but if I can keep the birds from killing my strawberries, that would be great. I thought I had another zucchini plant growing in the same bed as the one zucchini plant, but I'm looking at the leaves. That's not a zucchini. I'm not sure what it is. I suspect it's some kind of a melon. I don't know if it's a watermelon or a cantaloupe or what, but it looks more like a melon plant than a zucchini or a squash. So we'll have to see what it is. I thought it was one of my seeds. It got shifted somehow, but it must have been a volunteer. So we'll have to see if it develops into anything. I've got my patty pan squash that is, the male flowers are putting out. So, and I keep looking to see if I have any female flowers. So I'm hoping I can at least get a patty pan squash. I love patty pan squash. So anyway, so I think that's about it. I'm not going to be on here the full hour. Like I said, it's hot up here, and I'm sitting right in front of the air conditioner, and it's still hot. So it's better in here than it is, say, 3 feet that direction. Okay, you'd be surprised. But that keeps cranking out the cool air, and by the time I'm ready to go to bed, it's nice up here. So anyway, I hear the driveway alarm going. That must be Chucky. No, that's goats. We know when it's the goats and Chucky. So, yeah. Alrighty, well, I will let you all go. Have a good one. Stay cool, stay dry. The summer is coming to an end. And keep everybody in your prayers. That's wonderful. Your hair looks cute. Oh, thank you. I think it needs to be trimmed because I'm sweating too much. Anyway, thank you very much. We'll see y'all later. Have a good one.